Hello everybody. For my travel video, I'll be telling you about my time in Morocco, so you can use that as a reference to plan out your trip there. The area of Morocco that we went to was Marrakech. We decided to go to Morocco for our second year anniversary because my fiance found out that her roots were started in Morocco, and I always wanted to visit Africa myself. So we decided to knock out two birds with one stone. Um, we were actually pretty excited. The different cultures that are there, the different traditions, the different food, the sights there are absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to tell you about the time I had in Marrakesh. So whenever you plan your trip there, you can use my video as a reference. So to start off with, let's talk about some of the cultural differences that you may experience or, culture shock. First off is the most practiced religion is Islam. So it's a very um, Islamic influenced area. You can see it in the architecture, the clothing, and just the scenery around. Um, One of the things that I would say is breathtaking and humbling in a sense, spiritually at least, is during the day they have this event called Adhan, which is a moment of prayer that they play over a loudspeaker with someone chanting, and everyone stops what they're doing and go inside, or they have prayer, and it's just to experience that is humbling in a way. And another thing is that um, two main language is Arabic, but French, since it was a French colony at one point, is commonly practiced there. So if you know either or, then you're pretty set. I know as Americans, we love our blue, but not as much as Moroccans with their Moroccan blue. They have a whole city called the Blue City, which is just covered in blue, and it's. I will personally want to go there next time, and by the pictures of it, it just looks gorgeous. Oh, also, when you're eating at the table, don't use your left hand. It's considered disrespectful and also unsanitary. Speaking of food, uh, the food there is amazing. Everything is fresh. The restaurants they go to, the market, and get all their ingredients for the day during that time. And all our herbs and spices are fresh to order. And they have like these little like pot things called tagines, and they're beautiful. And they're made out of clay, and they have painting over them. And it's I want one in my kitchen honestly, and it's probably one of the most beautiful like kitchenware items I've ever seen. But speaking of kitchenware or beautiful sites, at least um, in Marrakesh, most of the architecture has a Moorish style, which is like the traditional Arabic architecture art style, where it comes up and it's circular in a sense. Yeah, I you can look this up on Wikipedia, or that's where I personally found it because I can't remember what the name of the architecture was. Um, then uh, one of the places that we went to was called the Rihad. It's a sort of a hotel, and when we got to ours, it wasn't really all that much to look at because we only saw the door. But once we got inside, it was absolutely gorgeous. Like tile floors of multiple colors. They had this little pool in the middle with rose petals inside the pool, and the decor there was absolutely gorgeous. And I just never expected to see something like that. And out of just a unassuming door. Um, Also, one thing that you um, should look at is the Old Medina. It's more of the more traditional area, but the marketplace there is. If you ever been to the Eastern Market in Detroit, it's multiply that by like 10. It's amazing. All these food stands, all these little like entertainments going on. You have people riding around on bikes selling like little trinkets, and everything's in constant motion. And this just people watch is amazing. But do be careful though. Traffic, of quote unquote, in the old Medina is basically a lot of people walking and people riding their like motorized mopeds or little bikes. So watch out for that because there's always people moving around, and litter is a bit of an issue. So just watch where you're going so you're not slipping and falling. But overall, like our time in Marrakesh, Morocco was amazing. We actually plan on going back there again, and I hope that next time we can go to maybe Casablanca while we're there as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you can take what I've experienced and put it towards your next visit in Morocco.